According to Naukri's Jobs Peak Index, AI and ML engineering hiring grew up by 45% in India, whereas the rest of the IT industry stayed almost flat. On the other hand, LinkedIn has ranked AI engineering as one of the fastest growing jobs 3 years straight. Alongside that, Founded says that AI and ML engineering hiring comprises of around one third of the overall tech industry hiring in India. Alongside that, NASSCOM projects that AI engineering roles is going to reach around 1 million by 2026 end, and the overall hiring is expected to grow by 25 to 30% every year. To put all of this as a summary, you can say that AI engineering is going to be one of the hottest jobs in the market at this point of time. And very less Indian engineers are actually fully skilled to grab up those. So you can say there is going to be a lot of jobs, but very less supply of skilled engineers actually to fill them. And this particular demand and supply gap is the reason how exactly the salaries are getting modified for this particular role. And in this particular video, I will be talking about that if you are applying for a AI engineer kind of like a role, then what kind of salary bands you can expect in India. I'll also talk about the fact that why India is still one of the lowest paying markets if you compare that to, let's say, Europe or even US. And we'll get a complete full picture of what to expect if you are also applying for an AI engineering role. So without any further ado, let's just start. But before starting the video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we are going to put some really awesome content coming up ahead.
So, before moving forward in the video, if you are somebody who wants to learn the concept of AI engineering and actually make a career in the same field, then you are actually at the right place. Algocamp has launched its first AI engineering cohort in which you will be able to learn state-of-the-art patterns on how to make these real-world production-grade ready AI applications. You will learn all the concepts from beginner to advanced, starting from basics of LLMs, understanding GPT's API or let's say Claude's API, how you can actually set up RAGs in production, how you can make your own AI agents with a lot of interesting projects as well. You will be making projects including making your own code reviewing agent, making your own RAG pipeline which will be able to handle long running tasks as well and whatnot. I list all of the projects here and you can pause the video and check out all of them. This particular cohort will also help you understand behind the scenes of an LLM so that you can understand how the LLM actually works, the neural network architecture, the transformers architecture, what was actually running before LLMs like RNNs and LSTMs. All of these concepts of deep learning also we will be actually covering. This particular cohort has been actually made sure that if you are somebody who knows nothing about AI engineering and wants to start your career in AI engineering, you will be able to actually do that. We will provide all of the required fundamentals including Python, basics of Python, fast API, Docker, GitHub and everything which will help you to start your learning as fast as possible. If you are somebody who is actually looking for a more structured way to learn AI engineering with people who are actually building these products in production, do check out the link in the description section below and don't forget to use this particular coupon code to get massive discount on the price. So let's get back to the video.
Let's just start. So let's first of all talk about all the junior engineers. So let's say if you are a junior engineer who is going to work as an AI engineer in a particular company, you can easily expect your salary to go from 6 lakh per annum to 12 lakh per annum, and in some cases even more. For example, if you are working in, let's say, FANG or in some top prod based companies, you can also add some components of, let's say, stocks, ESOPs and bonuses apart from this particular base salary. By any chance, if let's say you are in some small service based companies, then this salary band will be on the lower side, ranging from 4 to 7 LPA altogether. And as a junior engineer, there will be a lot of responsibilities for you. You will be working for a lot of data cleaning aspects. You will be writing a lot of evals, maybe working even on some observability aspect, and also plugging and playing with a lot of existing AI models altogether and starting to work on basic features with a good mentorship from, let's say, some senior engineer altogether. So you're going to do a lot of grunt work with the expertise of some senior in your particular team. Now, the moment you actually, let's say, get promoted to a mid-level AI engineer, your base pay is going to definitely shoot up beyond 20 lakhs per annum. So your base pay can range from 20 lakhs to 35 lakhs per annum. excluding any bonuses or any stock options on top. If let's say you're working in some frontier AI labs, or let's say in any particular FANG company altogether. Again, similarly, if you are in, let's say, a service-based company, this particular base band is going to be slightly on the lower side, ranging from 12 to 18 LPA altogether. As a mid-level engineer, you will be expected to do a bit more work. You'll be writing your own rack pipelines, improvising on a lot of things in terms of optimization, how these pipelines can actually, let's say, take a lot of load. You'll be doing a lot of end-to-end work in order to, let's say, integrate your apps, writing your own agentic infrastructure, right? Working a lot on the monitoring and observability aspect of the things, writing some more complex evals and whatnot. All of these things together is going to be part of your role. Apart from this, let's say if you're on the FDE side, then there is a good chance that you'll be having a lot of client interactions as well. And you'll be also understanding some client requirements and actually implementing the stuff altogether. There's a good chance that a lot of design stuff will be done by you alongside a senior engineer as well. So both of you probably together is going to, let's say, design the system, scale up the system, and you will be responsible for executing the project end to end. So if you're a senior AI engineer, on the base pay front, you can easily expect that your base pay is going to lie above 40 to 45 LPA and can go beyond, because this senior level is a very wide band depending on your interviews, depending on your past experience, your past salary, your competing offers. A lot of things is going to actually contribute to your base pay. Again, if you're working in, let's say, some FANG companies, big tech startups, or let's say big frontier AI labs or frontier AI companies, then this base pay range can lie from 40 to 45 LPA and go up to 60 to 70 LPA as well. All of this will be beyond your bonus and stock options, of course, right? So you can see the salary bands are very much in line with the existing software engineering bands altogether. And as a senior engineer, now you will be more responsible for architecting the complete application altogether. If let's say you are the sole owner of the project, and let's say in case you do not have any junior engineers or mid-level engineers under you, so not just architecting, but also executing the complete project end to end is going to be your responsibility. Apart from this, how you can actually scale up the applications, right? How you can make sure that the token usage that is, let's say, going on with the corresponding AI model, how you can actually improvise on that, what kind of SDKs you need to use, right? How you can ensure that the upcoming more scaling load is actually getting handled, and so on. All the complex problem is going to be something which is something that you are going to technically solve, and you're going to directly report to higher stakeholders and lead the project end to end. Now, if you are active on, let's say, a lot of social media and let's say a lot of tech blogging, etc. as well, you will easily realize that these salary ranges are extremely less when you compare that to, let's say, Europe. And when you start comparing with US, then the gap goes even bigger. Why is that? Because this has been a common trend because of, let's say, purchasing power parity and the availability of a lot of engineers. In India, generally the engineers definitely get a bit lesser salary. And when you start comparing stock options, for example, then the gap goes even bigger. The stock options that are getting offered in, let's say, Europe or let's say US is far bigger, or I would say far more than what is getting offered in India. Of course, there your overall lifestyle spends are also higher. Your, let's say, commute to the office is higher, your rents are higher, everything is more expensive outside. But yes, if you start comparing the salary, there is definitely a very big gap altogether. But what you will realize in, let's say, bigger tech companies, frontier AI labs, or I would say big AI startups, this gap is definitely shrinking because a lot of, I would say, cream is getting hired in India as well. There is a lot of interesting hiring going on in India as well. New companies are actually setting up their bases. Frontier AI labs are setting up their bases in India. So all of this is definitely shrinking a bit, but still there is a big gap that actually exists. If you carefully see, then a lot of hiring is actually going on in, let's say, London for new age AI startups, or let's say frontier AI companies as well. And of course in US. So I would say if you are somebody who is actually looking for an AI engineering role, it would not be a very bad idea if you start looking for positions in Europe or let's say London. There's a good chance that there will be very less companies who will be okay to relocate you, but you will find a lot of companies who will be actually willing to sponsor your visa, right? So if you can handle your relocation yourself, there is a good chance that you will be given an interview call and they will definitely sponsor your visa as well. Now, a question can come to your mind that why suddenly this profile is actually booming a lot. So the answer is very simple. Recently in the past, we have seen that LLMs have improved a lot. We were having these ML algorithms, deep learning algorithms existing in, let's say, 2010, 2015 as well. But now with the intervention of these LLMs, they are now actually getting used in end products, right? Very simple products like even Microsoft Word and Google Docs have agentic capabilities now. So every company need people who are actually able to take these existing LLMs and integrate them in big softwares altogether so that the overall agentic ecosystem can actually improve. And if you're somebody who is having all the relevant knowledge for that, you are actually the right choice for the corresponding role. And also, let me clear one specific fact. ML engineers are those people who are actually doing a lot of math, actually training the models and optimizing the models and working on the LLM layer. AI engineers are generally those people who are taking these LLMs, taking the SDKs, which are calling the LLMs, taking all the inference and actually integrating that into new softwares or building softwares on top. So you can say, as an AI engineer, it's not just the capabilities of an LLM that you have to actually know. You should be able to understand how to integrate these in backend system. You should be having good knowledge of backend engineering, or let's say even a full stack engineering, how you can scale up the projects and scale up the products in terms of these LLM calls, how you can actually optimize on top of it, what kind of architecture you have to set up in order to make sure that the product works based on the requirements and based on the existing LLMs and so on. All of these things are actually required for becoming a successful AI engineer in 2026. And what you will be able to easily realize that in the industry, there is a real gap between people who have just theoretically learned a couple of concepts and people who are actually having the knowledge of building things from scratch and taking it end to end to the production, right? Knowing the concepts of, let's say, LLMs, RAGs, protocols like MCP, A2A, how to build agentic system, how to scale these systems all together, concepts of LLM ops, ML ops, right? In terms of language, let's say if you are having good proficiency with Python and in a lot of cases, let's say with JavaScript as well, then all of these things together, if you know and you know how to ship products with it, that is going to be the real skill that actually companies are going to look for. And even in the case of junior engineers, what you will find is people like the industries are the people in the industry will expect that you are not somebody who has just not done anything. You still have a lot of projects under your belt, maybe a couple of internships here and there, so that you know how to work in a team setting and how to actually ship products, how to get shit done, how to take a feature and release it end to end, take the ownership of everything. So these are some things that you still need to have. You need to get some experience altogether. A couple of internships, a couple of interesting projects during, let's say, some hackathons are going to definitely help you a lot in order to actually gain all of these expertise. So this is the real picture of AI engineering and the salaries that are getting offered in India. You can already see this is a very fast changing field and the salaries are way higher than any other role correspondingly present. Now, what is your thoughts on this? Where are you in this journey? Are you also preparing for similar kind of roles? Do let me know in the comment section below. I would be happy to actually know how this community is actually doing. And if you have any questions around the role, what to actually expect in, let's say, these kind of like interviews, then also you can actually drop a comment in the comment section below. I would be happy to answer all of them. That being said, let's wrap this particular video here. We're going to meet soon in the next set of videos. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I'm Sanket Singh, signing off.